Okay, we're live. Hey, hi guys. Welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Game. We're playing Jim McClure's awesome Samurai Showdown game called Reflections. I am your host and facilitator for tonight. I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris on the internet. And back with me is Ian from earlier this season. So welcome back, Ian. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Gonna get my wisdom teeth out this Friday, and then I have finals, so it's looking to be a great week.
Boy, I hope you're not in pain in finals because you're already going to be existentially in pain with finals. So,
Yeah.
rough. Okay.
Yeah.
Ouch. Well, we're here. If this is your first time tuning into Once Upon a Game, we're here to play games. We're going to play a one-shot game tonight. Neither of us have prepared any sort of like adventure or characters or anything like that because these games don't need it usually here on the show. And this is one of them. This game is entirely a story game designed by, like I said, Jim McClure. He's the host of Talking Tabletop, which is a podcast I really enjoy. In addition to being a game designer and just overall a nice guy, he really, really likes L5R. So it's no surprise that he made a samurai game about all of the joy and epic action of a friendship turns sour to betrayal or something like that, which we'll see. So, we're here to play a game and do something together. And when we do something together like this, like collaboratively make a story, I might be the facilitator of the game, but I don't own any of the game any more than you do, Ian. And you and I together are going to be co-authors of this in a very equal way. This will be our game, and whatever you want to put into it and stuff, we go wild, go for what you want to put in, just how I will do the same. If there's ever a point where it's like disturbing or in a way that's like not what we signed up for, just say, we can talk about it, because even if this is like 30 minutes into the game being like, actually we don't want to have this thing in the game or whatever, we're adults, we can figure out a way. We're pretty smart. We can figure out a way to make it work. So, just safety, X card, that kind of stuff is always in play here. It's a rule that trumps any other rule. But yeah, we're here to game. So that's what we're gonna do. So otherwise, just get ready to go on a rocket ship to the moon, baby. Because we're playing Reflections, and this game does not give you a predetermined setting other than it's assumedly something like Japanese, like feudal Japan. What we're going to do together is we're going to decide whether or not who one of us wants to be player 1 or player 2. And then once we decide that, we're going to go ahead and kind of fill in the details of our backstory of what's going on. It's part of the game. It's on the first page here. So it's kind of up to you right now. Ian, would you like to be player 1 or player 2? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, let's flip for it. Do you want 1 or 2?
1.
Okay, you're 1. All right. Cool. So you get to go first.
Okay.
So, player 1, it tells you it was a time of something, and you're supposed to fill in after the ellipses.
Yeah, I got it. It was a time of spring harvest.
Nice. We stand upon a plot of lies and betrayal.
Interesting. I remember when you were nothing but a peasant.
I'm just going to underline or circle the ones that we're choosing real quick.
Yeah.
Just so we can follow along. You remember when I was nothing but a peasant. The feud started when you refused to listen to reason.
Okay, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. And then you go and I go for this part.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me generate a random name.
There's actually you can do that,
okay.
or there's a list as well.
My name is Bai, an honorable warrior.
And
Oh yeah. My name is Bai. I am an honorable warrior, and I cannot allow your actions to go unchallenged.
my name is Toji. I am the last member of my family, and I cannot allow your actions to go unchallenged.
Oh, dang.
So that's
Oh,
the
dang.
setup for our game. Sweet. And now we begin.
Yep.
Yo, Act 1. How'd you get out of order there, homie? Sorry, we're here. That was weird. So, Act 1. The time we were friends. Because you are first player, you get to help kind of craft set the scene here. And here's what we're going to do, okay? Because it's your turn and you're going to set the scene, I'm going to read what the scene's going to be about. All right? So then maybe get some ideas while you're doing that. So we don't have to do both at the same time. All right?
Yeah.
So, and for those playing at home, they can follow along. So, the first thing we're doing is Act 1, the time we were friends. This was a time before the feud began when you both were wide-eyed optimists about what the future would have in store. 2. Samurai finding a kindred spirit in which a friendship flourishes like lilies in a pond. This scene is all about building trust between you and your friend and establishing what your current relationship is built upon. It could be the first time you two met, a graduation ceremony, or any other time you both came together on friendly terms. There is no need for any conflict or high stakes in this scene, just an opportunity for friends to establish the foundation of a relationship.
Okay. So I'm thinking, like somehow. So you were a peasant originally, right? And I think somehow, this is gonna be the first time we met.
Okay.
And you're like, and like I was like a sort of a noble type figure, and I was raised all my life to be a samurai, and you sort of got like, because your skills or whatever, you kind of got up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got bumped up. I got elevated.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like and now you're like coming to like the castle or palace or whatever,
To
or
be
to
sworn in,
like
essentially.
to train with the big boys.
Yeah. Cool.
And
Awesome.
so you're probably like nervous, or
Oh,
maybe
absolutely. I'm fucking nervous. So, okay. So before we go any further and do like the actual like the scene in the role play, we have to determine what our objectives are.
okay.
We're gonna pick our objective, and the objectives are actually listed on the opening sheet here on 120 as well.
Yeah, I
And
can
here's what's
see
going
it.
to happen. Our objectives, we're supposed to play to our objectives in this scene. If you accomplish the objective you set out to do, you get that number of dice next to the objective number, right? So, for example, if you went to get your rival to give you a personal item, that is worthy of 3 dice. You just will add those 3 dice to the ending game, where you will be adding those all up together and stuff. Okay. So, but don't worry about the rolling and how everything happens at the end for now. Right now, just focus on what goal you want to do. Keep it private, and then we will roleplay the scene and try to gun for that. Okay.
Okay.
I will also actually add something for you. So here's what's going on. So because this is somewhat of a competitive game, if you deny or if I am unable to accomplish my goal, I get what is called hatred dice,
Yeah,
which is kind of like the rage dice that is usually not good, but it makes the final scene kind of way like crazy and dramatic. So
yeah.
The first scene you may not really see it, and it's kind of more of like the second time you play this game you start to see these things, but that's something you can do. Okay.
Cool.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and do this scene. So I'm coming to the castle, right, for the first time to get sworn in. What's this castle look like?
I think it's like sort of on the side of a mountain. You know, it's got this sort of standard, Japanese fortress looking thing. Very nice. It's like
the Heiji Castle or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like you can see like sort of
like the castle out of Age of Empires.
maybe.
Okay, that's okay. Fair.
Yeah, and like it's like pretty high up in the mountain. There's a bunch of sort of like a long time ago, the Mitz mountain was volcanic, and there's like a bunch of sort of like dark rock sort of with like moss growing on it, and sort of comes down and then sort of above it, like the mountain even sort of goes above, and like sort of in this little inlet, it's there. So like you almost always come down from below in these various like sort of mountain paths. Very well definable position. Costs a lot of money to get all the good things that they have, that they want up here. Water, like nice silks and stuff, but they have enough money to get it all up here.
Who's they?
That's a good question.
Is it your family? Is it someone else? Or
I think probably not my family, but so whoever we serve.
Yeah.
Let's go with the name. The sort of leader of the house. I'm not sure what you'd call it, but his name is Sota Mizushima. SOUTAMIZUSHI.
Let's write this down. Also, if you could you go ahead and add in parentheses in Roll20 your display name to be your samurai, your Bai, right?
Yeah.
You're Bai, and I am. Oh, I'm Toji, but I spelled it wrong. Because I'm an idiot.
That is that guy's name.
Sota. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, so it is Mizushima's castle.
Yes, Mizushima.
Okay. I probably show up in my peasant wear because I don't have any good clothes, and I kind of have that sort of like hobo stick with a bag of my stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like on my back, and I'm looking kind of like awestruck as I like walk through the gates of this castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like really busy here? What does it look like on the day of like receiving new initiates?
Yeah, I don't think it's super busy. Not a lot of people come up here. I mean, it's probably like winter, so not a lot of stuff happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Cool.
there's like we see the snow going down. You're probably like really cold.
Yeah, totally. I have like a raggedy ass cloak that I'm like wearing with this little tiny stick with a bandana on the back holding all my little rice cakes and stuff. I got nothing. Yeah, I guess the gate's open for me, so I'm in the right place. And
I think or maybe you think they're opening for you, and then like you see me coming behind you, like riding on a black horse.
Oh shit!
And then you're like, oh okay, and then and then I just like ride past you.
Yeah, I get to the side and like bow. Yeah. Okay. And I kind of like sloop in, I kind of like swipe myself in after that. Maybe I go up to like a guard or something and ask like, who's that? Right.
Yeah.
And what would they say about you?
I think they probably just they probably just shake their head and say, oh, that's Bai. He's Mizushima's favorite, but I won't say anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Ah, yes, I see. Oh. Great. Well, if he's a favorite, he must be a very proficient samurai. I look forward to training with him. I'm a new initiate. I say to him.
He kind of just gives you an eyebrow and just kind of nods like, okay.
Do you know where I'm supposed to go?
If you are what you claim to be, go to the palace doors.
Okay.
There should be someone there to greet you.
Yeah.
If you're not what you claim to be,
I'm dead.
Yeah.
you do that thing, and I'm like, and
not what you claim to be.
I gulp, and I think this is the time when we run into each other for the first time when you're like tying up your horse or something like that.
Yeah. Like there's no floating away, and then like I've got like my armor on, so like I'm nice and warm.
Yeah.
And I just got tying up my horse, and I kind of say, "And who might you be?"
And I'm like shivering, right? I'm like shivering, and I try to and I bow to you, and I go, You're not a lord, right? Because I would address you with the
No,
proper
I'm
respect.
just.
Yeah, I would address you with the proper respect. But I would say like, bye. It's such a pleasure to meet you. My name is
How do
Tojo.
you know my name?
Oh, well, you're the master's favorite. Master Mizushima's
I think I
favorite.
just like have a big like deep laugh. Who told you that?
The guards, sir.
Well, I see why they'd think that, and I kind of like scowl at them.
Yeah.
Um,
They had nothing but nice things to say to you, or say about you.
that's because if they said anything else, I'd cut their heads off.
Gulp. Yeah, and I'm just like shivering, right? And I say, you're wearing armor and stuff.
Yeah.
What else, like anything else?
I mean, I got I pro I mean, I probably got like the hat on, because
Oh yeah,
it's
like that fur. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, and I got like I mean I got two swords and probably like a bag of just stuff
Okay.
that you're not really sure what it is.
Yeah.
And I say,
And
and
I, yeah.
what brings you to Fortress Mizushima?
Oh well, I am to be trained by the master. I think this is a rare or weird thing to have a peasant be promoted.
Yeah, yeah, it is very, very strange.
Like you probably wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of just I would trained to or like oh yes it's like oh yes we've been in great need of more servants here.
Oh my great master by no, I'm to be trained as a samurai.
I kind of just raise an eyebrow. You trained as a samurai?
Yeah, it is Master Mizushima's wish.
uh, you're lucky, and I'm in a good mood, peasant. Well, your
I
head
don't
might be rolling down this steep hill.
I don't understand.
Just yeah, and I think I'm about to say something, and then like Mizushima himself, flanked
Oh
by like four
yeah,
samurai,
yeah.
walks in. He's like, bye. Please show respect. And then, how do you react to that?
Um, I think I immediately like grovel. I'm like, oh, Master Mizushima, thank you so much. My family thanks you so much. Like all these things, but such
Like,
a supreme honor to be here.
yeah,
Your greatest warrior by was just introducing me, and I just keep saying nothing but praises, even though you're just giving me shit.
yeah, and like, yeah, and I think like you don't see it because you're too busy groveling, but there's like a moment where like Bai kind of just like looks surprised, and he looks at you and says, "Oh yeah, I have to grovel," and he gets down.
Like him? Yeah, you're like him. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm certainly groveling. Um. Okay. So I think it's like he's like the master tells us to get up,
Yeah.
and I think at
Go
the
ahead.
moment when you realize like it's
Play
true,
him.
when it's
And
like
then,
true and stuff, I'm gonna
yeah.
ask you like, one day I hope I can ride a horse as well as you, Master Bai. Do you think you could train me someday?
And I say, eh, let I suppose I could, and I kind of like look at you warily.
Sure, sure.
If you survive the rest of the training.
Oh, nice. Cool. Is there anything you want to say to me? Because I think we might be getting
Yeah.
close to being seen.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the scene to me.
Okay, cool. Cool. So then we just did our first scene, and now before we go to the second one, we do a scene scoring section. So, I accomplished my goal.
I did not accomplish my goal.
Okay. So you get 2 hatred dice and I get 2
Fine.
regular dice because I got you to promise me to train me. about horsemanship in the future.
Yep. I knew it was there, and I was
I
like,
know.
well,
I know. It
I
was dangling.
couldn't. I
No, you
could
could.
not.
You can.
I mean, I could have, but being in his, I mean, you essentially appealed to his pride, right?
Yeah.
Which is what he has in abundance. So I couldn't have really said no.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I definitely do. I definitely am doing that for sure. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So 2 hatred.
Yep. And I have 2 dice. I'm just gonna put it in Roll20 chat,
Sure.
and then I'm just gonna sum it up later. Try 2 hatred, and then we just do it, carrying it forward. All right, let's move over to Act 2. All right, this is my turn.
Okay, cool.
So, just how I did it for you, can you go ahead and read what Act 2 is?
Okay. Act 2. The time you cross the line. The first ripple in the smooth pond friendship. The first time you will see your rival as an enemy. During this scene, something has happened that puts the two of you at odds. Circumstance might have put you on opposite sides of an issue, or an ideological difference may have you in a disagreement. No matter the source, someone crossed the line and threw a stone into the smooth pond. This scene is all about conflict in ideologies. A military negotiation, a political bargain, or a crisis of honor. All could be the setting for this first step towards the duel. Both samurais come into the situation with different goals or interests and will likely leave dissatisfied. It is best to set this scene in some kind of external conflict or situation where only one side can possibly get what they want.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know exactly what this is. This is Matt. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, this is what this is. Okay. It is winter. Court is being held at Fortress Mitsushima.
Like, how far away into the future?
Oh, this is like some training has happened, right? Like the training has montaged. We're maybe like a year or so into training.
Yeah.
Right? I'm nowhere close to being finished, but I'm
not really finished either, but I think I'm finished.
Yeah, right. You're like a senior, right? And I'm like a freshman, essentially. You were like a senior to graduate, and I'm about to be a sophomore, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like that's probably the best analog to what's going on. But the real situation of what's going on at court is that the son of Suta Mizushima is to be wed.
Ooh.
The issue here is that there are 2 suitors.
Oh, dang.
One of them is of a rival house, like another like nearby like powerful clan, and marrying them could unite and create a strong like army or whatever. The other house though is your house. And raises your house to a seat of glorious and prominence. Yeah. So like your and it's your sister. It's literally your sister's getting married.
Damn.
Right? Like that's amazing, right? And so that is the conflict. The conflict is what would be good for the nation versus what's good for yourself, kind of thing, right? I think that is the situation. So, what does this look like? We're at court. So, obviously, we're at dinner, which is not usually a time of doing these types of things. But I think this might be, like, we see the montage of courses come out and we eat because this is dinner and we're entertaining guests, right? And we see the gentle snowfall outside. And then I think we get to like the dinner and the drinking and stuff. I think this is when it kind of comes up, right?
Like how many people are here?
Oh boy, I think this is a pretty big event. Yeah. There's probably like 200 or so. Like this is a big party, right? This is when you show up for Winter Court, you're expected to stay for months. So you kind of bring like your diplomatic envoy. That's what I imagine, right? So like a bunch of people here. Your extended family's here, right?
Yeah.
My family's not here, of course. So I think the way we're going to start this is actually sad. Yeah, I think the big start of this is actually going to be I think it's going to be me talking about your family to you and being like so I think this is like
I assume we're like sitting next to each other.
Yeah, exactly. We're sitting next to each other or whatever, drinking, and Yeah, and I really think I have. I'm seated in a place of being like, hey, I'm the MVP of freshman year, kind of
Yeah, yeah.
thing, right? Um, and I say, oh, it must be so nice to have a family at court.
Yes, yes. And for yes, yes. So, I mean, do I know that your family is all dead?
No, my family isn't dead right now, by the way.
Oh, they aren't dead. Oh, yeah, because it's later.
Yeah, I think.
And I
Well, no,
say,
it could be. That's a good question to ask. I don't think they're dead yet.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, and I say, well, maybe someday. And I kind of just smile.
oh, wait. Before we go any further, did you choose a goal?
Oh yeah, I haven't. I need to choose a goal.
Yeah, let's choose our goals real quick. 'Cause I just realized I didn't do it. Um,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. This
Oh
I
yeah, I'm
picked
sorry to
one.
rush you. Take your time, my friend.
No, no, no. I picked one, and then I realized another one made more sense.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It usually happens.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So I'm talking about you to your family, and I'm saying how it must be great to like to see your family again and have them here around you at court. They must be really proud of you. You graduating and being a fully fledged samurai and all.
I kind of just like put up my hands, like, nah. You'd think so, wouldn't you? I kind of just take a sip of the of some alcohol.
Oh, you're like mellow about it?
Um, yeah. I mean, I don't really. Or yeah, okay, yeah. I take a sip of the alcohol and I say, you see, the way I see it is, I'm just in their eyes, I'm just a stepping stone to here, to get
I
to
don't.
elevate their status.
Forgive me, but I don't think I understand. My character doesn't
Yeah,
understand. I understand.
yeah, I,
You
yeah,
feel being you were used so your sister could get here to get
yeah,
married, right? Is that okay? It would
yeah,
never. It's not about you. Your family's
yeah.
about the prestige of. Okay, yeah. So yeah. So what do you do when you say I don't understand?
I guess I just kind of look at you and smile, and I
Because like
shake
I'm
my
naive.
head.
I don't understand
Yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly. I shake my head and I say, "That's why I like you. You don't. You got a good head on you. See everyone else here? They're all in it. They're all in it for one reason or another. You just like to fight, don't you?"
Well, not just to fight. I mean, it's not what you fight. It's or how you fight. It's what you fight for. And to fight for a master like Suta Mizushima is a calling in unto itself. To serve my lord. And I just like kind of trail off like
Like, oh, and I just kind
just
of
to
like,
be the best soldier ever. Yeah.
yeah, and I
It's not
kind
like
of just
I
like
don't
take,
like I don't want to fight. I just but to serve my lord is like yeah. Yeah. And
and I kind of just like take like sort of down whatever drink,
yeah.
and I say, yeah, sure. Listen,
Why what do you why don't you view and I don't say why don't you? I think I would say um what do you fight for? What makes you so great? You're peerless on a horse. Everyone says so. Master of bow and sword. As well, and he like looks around and then like we like look to a bunch of girls giggling at us, like flirting.
yeah.
And I say etiquette.
And I just kind of smile and I kind of like look at you, like, hey, you're not bad at that yourself.
Yeah.
I fight for. I fight in a way for freedom. See, most people see servitude as freedom. I mean, everyone fights for freedom in a way. Servitude is freedom, you see. Freedom from responsibility, from decision. Someone's making a decision for you. If you already know the decision before it's made, you don't have to make it for, then you don't have to make it for yourself. Now, see, that's not the kind of freedom I want. I want the kind of freedom that lets me choose the drink I drink, that lets me meet all the women in the world, that lets me not sleep in a hut every night. That's the freedom I search for.
I think at this moment there's an announcement, like a ring, like like a gong goes off or something.
Yeah.
And I think the seneschal of the castle says that Master Suta Mizushima has an announcement to make.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the moment when they announce that yeah. Oh, it's even better. Oh, this is the moment when they announce that they're going to marry your sister.
Oh, dang.
As bride to the son. And
I kind of just like look at you. I kind of just stop and I kind of say,
and everyone's cheering, but what do you do?
I kind of just stare out, like I kind of just stare at them and I kind of just, and like I imagine you're not cheering either because you're just looking at me like, why aren't you cheering?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm like, and I look at you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and then I kind of look at you and I say, I hope. I think I say, let's see here. Now I'm not. See now I'm not even a pawn. The only thing I am now is a samurai, a swordsman. What are you?
Well, I'm a samurai, sworn. You're more than a samurai. You're now related to the master here. Why didn't you celebrate? This is a great moment for your family.
I'm not. My family is complicated, you see. I haven't known my family for years. I was sent here when I was 5. You're my family. These samurai are my family. All my family hold swords and go into battle for other families.
I think around this time, I think one of the brothers of the family that got scorned, the family that didn't make it, calls you out.
Yeah.
And, being like, you ruined the chances. Like you did something dishonorable.
Clearly I did, yeah. because well, I'm not happy about it.
The guy's clearly drunk, and he's saying that you rigged this, right? You rigged this, and you made us come out here, and it's your fault. You ruined the deal, like to you, right? Thinking that it's you as a personification of the family in general, right? And him just being a sore loser, but he's calling you out, saying you're dishonorable. You're doing that, and I am next to you, being like, "Oh no, what do you do?"
I mean, I don't do anything. What do you do?
I think this guy steps to you, right, and like pushes you, or like puts his finger on you or whatever, and is like, "You are a disgrace," as he's like slurring his speech because he's drunk, right? It's like, how could you do this to somebody? How could you do this to me? Like to my family. This is the, there will be blood, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think I step in.
Yeah.
at this point because I see you're not doing anything, and I'm
Yeah,
like, buddy, back off.
I grab I grab your arm
Yeah.
and I say, no, let him have it.
Really?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I just grab a bottle and then just pour you a drink.
Well, okay.
Okay.
I think why you're doing that, he like punches you, and I think he's going to fight you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's gonna punch you, and like everyone goes like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
shit!" Right? Break it up, kind of thing, right? And
yeah, yeah.
I think at that, I think that's probably when that family leaves in anger. And I mean, I don't really have anything else I think I can do. What do you do? And do you have anything else for the scene? Because otherwise, we can probably wrap up.
I do not have anything else for the scene.
Yeah. Okay. Did you? Okay. Let's go back to scoring your goals. Did you accomplish your goal?
I think I did. It says, get your rival to ignore honor duties.
What was my duty that I ignored?
You ignored your duty to me as your friend
When?
when you didn't beat the shit out of that guy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's fair to say otherwise, but that's in my mind what was happening.
Well, okay. Well, that's weird because I thought I got mine because I thought I got you to ignore your own sense of honor.
Ah, that's really weird.
Um, I think we both get it then because we both were in the right spot, and ultimately that was still a really good scene.
Yeah.
So,
Because I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I was gonna have you do something. Like, throughout the entire time, I changed my motivation so many times.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's you got to be kind of like a one-track pony.
Yeah.
You got to like just stick to your guns here.
Yeah, because because I was like, oh well, maybe I'll get him to poison the other person, and then I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense.
Oh,
Because I just started talking, and I was like, well, I guess I don't like my family. That doesn't make sense.
yeah. Well, yeah, you not liking your family. I thought I was gonna get you to like kill this dude.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna be like, I'm gonna fight for you, and then you're like, no, let me fight this dude, and then, but that didn't happen. Okay. Now we go to the next scene.
I mean, it is kind of tough because like I'm looking at the honor things, and there's righteousness and benevolence.
Right? It's like it's so subjective. So
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
the rules say that like we can say that we both failed and we each get a hatred die. That's also fair, like worthy. Otherwise, I think we both accomplished our goal. I think
Yeah.
either way successes. To be honest with you, like the dice part is like not my favorite part of the game. So
Mhm.
it doesn't bother me one way or another to
Yeah.
sum these up right here because I think both ways is fair.
Yeah.
All right. So this is to you, and I get to read this scene. The time. Oh, let me get it a little bit more centered on screen for everybody playing the home game. The time you failed me, Act 3. The conflict between you bubbles to the surface. You both know your relationship is unsteady and turbulent, yet circumstances have driven you to seek the talents of the other. This is when the mistrust turns to hatred. Humility turns to jealousy. The one time you come seeking help from your old friend, they only bring their own desires. In this scene, one or both samurai should be seeking help from the other. The setting should be all about conflict in a situation of strong emotional engagement. A battlefield, a ship in a storm, a betrayal, or an assassination would all be good settings for this scene. At the time, both samurai desperately need the other because their most valued beliefs are on the line. This this scene represents the principles behind the feud. It is the reason the two samurai will eventually draw steel. By the
Hmm.
end of this scene, you should understand exactly why the duel will occur. Okay?
Okay. Um, so I established the scene.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I want to look at the examples because they sound pretty good. Battlefield, ship in a storm, betrayal, or an assassination. Um, Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just my brain keeps going back to the ship in a storm. Like maybe we're going out like to some island or whatever to conquer it for um Shizu Maru or something, or is that his name? Yeah,
Mitsushima.
Mizushima. Yeah, we're going out to like an island to conquer for Mizushima, and this like you and me and stuff, and like yeah, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, this like a hurricane or something like insane like starts to bring up, and like it's going
Oh, it's like
everywhere.
a bad storm. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like the ship is like jumping up and down, and like there's water being thrown over the side and stuff, and we're not, and like both of us are pretty sure we're gonna die.
Okay. All right. What are you doing in the scene?
Should we pick our
Oh yeah,
objective?
let's pick our objectives. Um. Okay.
Uh, let's see here.
All right, I have my objective.
Yeah, okay. I do as well. So yeah, I think like the supposed um crowning achievement of my family has not made me any happier. It's not made me a happier man. And I think yeah, like during all this, everything's going everywhere, and I'm just sort of uh, I'm like in the lower decks, just sort of laying in like just sort of laying on the ground drinking.
Okay. Um, I like rush. You hear, so that's where like the scene starts, right? And you hear the hurried footsteps coming from the stairs coming down to the below deck,
Mm-hmm.
and here we see Toji come down and like grab you, being like, "Bye, we need your help up top. Like the ship won't hold without you."
And I just kind of like look into your eyes, dead set, and I say, "Let it sink." Then,
Bye, what's wrong with you? Come on! And I like try to like grab your hand and like whisk you up the stairs, up to the
yeah, I
surface.
stand up and I like throw the bottle away, and it cracks. And I say, "Can't you see? This storm is from is
From heaven.
yeah, the storm is from heaven, sent down to strike at our boat. Where you'll be lifted up as a saint, and I will stop causing damage to this world."
Bye for just one goddamn second. This isn't about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. As the ship like is like shaking, and like there's a huge like wave of water like splashes us from the deck or whatever, and you hear people
Yeah, and
screaming.
I kind of just say that's not what my mother told me.
Yeah. And all right, now I'm gonna like forcibly try to pull you up here,
Yeah,
right? Like, come on, like, let's
yeah.
go.
I think you grab me, and like
You
it's
won't
the
come.
no. I know. I go up with you.
Okay. And I think we see like a frenetic scene of like people like desperately trying to like get the sails up, and like trying to like lash all the rigging they can, as it's like the worst possible scenes when you see it's like a perfect storm,
Yeah, yeah,
or like one like the really really good episodes of the like Arctic crab hunting show, whatever that's called.
yeah.
It's like just like this really really like gnarly seas, and like really cold water and stuff. And boy, um, you mentioned earlier. Oh yeah, yeah. You said okay. I know what I do.
What?
I know what so like we like see this horrifying moment, right? Like we see like this crazy scene is kind of like going in slow motion to us, right? Like the shots staying on this deck, like through the door, as like we see everything kind of rocking and waving. And right before we step outside and like enter the fray, I look at you and say, one time, long ago, you said that your real family were your fellow samurai. Help your family. As like as I like poke you, and then like you see me like rush out and like try to help people with the rigging, like some guys like struggling with the ropes or whatever, and I do that. What do you do?
I think like somehow he like I'm not sure if he necessarily believed the fact that like just in like some drunken moment he had the thought, oh, okay, I'm meant to die, but I think at this moment he like sort of looks around and he begins to just shout at people like, go, like grab this and stuff, and then I don't know. Yeah, he just begins shouting at people, like trying to order them to do stuff, and like I mean, like I don't know how this works. But he has a bunch of ships.
But you're actually helping the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think there is a crash. And I think the screen goes black. Right? And then we see like the shots of us underwater. And then you see the shots of like as like our hands come like above water, right? And we see around us is like it's daytime now, and the wreck is like basically gone, right? And I think we wind up on shore. I think it would make more sense.
Yeah, like some random shore. We don't know where we are.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's even worse. Okay.
Yeah. Like we're stranded on this island at least for a little bit. There's probably some other men around there, like, but no other samurai, right? There's just a bunch of like ship hands and stuff, and like a bunch of broken pieces of wood.
Oh. Yeah, no, you know where we landed, dude?
What?
We landed right in the lands that were owned by that family that got scorned.
Oh, dang. And
they show up, and what do I do? The guy who punched you or whatever is there is the one who finds us.
Yeah, and I think the guy because he's coming in full force. He goes up to you and he he's.
I don't think he's violent or whatever. I just think it's like a surprise to see us alive on the beach here. I don't know. I could be wrong. What do you think? What are you doing? I didn't mean to invalidate you. But
well, yeah, I was just thinking like he walks up and he walks up to you and looks into your eyes and says, What are you doing on my shore? And you don't really know, like, you know where I am, but like I'm like somewhere else.
You know? Yeah.
But I'm down the beach, like my face in the sand.
Yeah, I like cough up a bunch of like seawater, and I say like, our ship was ruined. The only ones who made it. And I like point, and I point like over to Bai. I'm like, help him. I'm okay. Kind of, I'm like, I'm okay, kind of thing. Like, help him. And I think that's the point where he's like, because I'm gonna play him for a second.
Yeah.
This guy, ahead. And he's like, help him. Never.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and he's just and then he says, "Are you not Toji, the peasant samurai?"
Yeah. Oh boy. Ooh, how is this gonna play? Oh, I have a couple ideas here.
Yeah.
The guy's coming over to kill you.
Sure.
And I think we see the scene from your eyes. And I think, like, as he's getting ready to kill you, I think you see a sword, like, go through him. And it's, like, me behind you.
Yeah.
Who kills him. for you. And I think that's when we cut back to us being like rescued at like Mizushima's castle.
Yeah.
I think, unless there was something you wanted to do more, because I think the next thing I want to get to is that I think you get the praise for like saving me.
Yeah, and oh yeah, yeah. Okay,
Like
okay.
I think this is where this is going.
Okay, no, here's what happens. I'm getting the praise. I'm standing there, and she's
So wait, we're back at
and
the castle then.
yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah.
back at the castle, and then he looks at you and says, "And as for you, Toji, your negligence on the ship and on the beach afterwards has earned like
Yes. Oh fuck, dude.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
like trying to like I can't get a word in, right?
yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, your negligence on the beach and like on the ship has dishonored you. You must
Yeah.
either give up. I was unsure about you for so long, but I did not think that you would make such grave mistakes. And then he says you must either take your swords and commit seppuku, or give up your name and your armor and your weapons to the
Master, there's some
house.
grave misunderstanding. I'm sure Bai can clear it up. Like ask Bai. And you're probably what? Silent?
Yeah, I kind of just like look, and I kind of like look at you, and I say, if Toji,
This sounds like you don't say any, you don't follow it up, right?
yeah, and I probably, I mean, then I probably say like, well, I mean, no, I think,
I mean you do, but you don't, yeah.
yeah, not immediately. I say Toji.
Oh no, Ian.
What?
Oh, never mind. Your internet I thought was getting poopy for a second.
Yeah.
It's good now.
Yeah, Toji, you. Why don't you tell him what you saw? And then you don't say anything for a second, and I say, if you want your freedom, you have to earn it.
While I like fiercely and adamantly defend myself, being like, I never talk bad about you the whole time.
Oh dang.
I literally just say like, no, like we both did everything bravely. We wound up at the beach together. Like we did everything we could. It was a divine storm, and we didn't have a chance. And it was by a miracle we survived. And I think Master Mizushima is like, silence. I have none of these lies in this court, right? And I give up my
and because like
swords.
You see me just like look down and shake my head, and then I just walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, and we see me leaving the castle in winter, the same way that I showed up.
Yeah. In rags.
And we got over to Act 4.
Dang, man. Dang.
Oh wait, should we have to do our goals though? By the way.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I tried so hard. I wanted you to speak out against me.
I know.
Would I like it? Because I mean, the way Bai was thinking was like if Toji wants his freedom, he's gonna have to tell the truth. Tell like how much of a piece of shit I was.
I know.
He kind of has this like weird fatalist thing where like he feels like he deserves like hatred and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm too nice of a guy. It's
Yeah.
even funnier is that I'm so like about etiquette that I can't even bring myself to say it.
Yeah.
Even when my own honor is at stake,
I
still won't do it because I believe in the cause so much.
Yeah, I really like that. I mean, it really does interesting things, especially because I don't have only control over my character. So like this situation would never come up if I hadn't had make him speak out against you because I forced you into this position where it was like do or die.
Yeah.
You die.
And I
So
couldn't get you to break a promise. I was trying to do. I thought you were not going to help at all on that boat. I was really, you know. So, but you did. Damn it.
Yeah.
So how much dice did you get?
I got
for that scene.
Oh, no, I didn't succeed. You
didn't then we both get one hatred. We both got one hatred.
You did not speak out against me.
Yeah. So I have a total of 5 dice so far and 1 hatred.
I have 2 hatred and 4 regular.
Okay, cool. So now we're getting ready to go to Act 4. This is going to be my scene, and because it's going to be my scene, Ian, if you could go ahead and read out the description for this scene.
I would be glad to. Act 4: The time we strived for peace. The re-emerging calm in the middle of the pond. A broken relationship once thought to be lost forever now has one last chance for rebirth. During this scene, the rivals have been brought together on friendly terms, and they may remember why they were friends in the first place. The anger still lingers under the surface, but there is hope for the future. The scene is all about peace. The world-shattering crisis has passed or taken an intermission for a time. The setting should be low stress for samurai, like a tea ceremony, a samurai's graduation, a victory celebration, any scene where the samurai can come together as equals and talk about what has happened. The scars of the past are still visible and will surely come up in conversation. But you were friends once, and this is the time to reflect on that. I mean, what? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, like, I just want to recontextualize this scene a little bit. That family was in the island we were supposed to conquer in the first place. Yeah, I'm like that makes sense. I just want to make that clear because that's really interesting. And and now tensions have ceased. And listen, there's a time of peace. Like tensions have ceased, and like there's and you obviously can decide why we've been brought together. Oh dang.
Oh, of course I'm muted. I was just like, oh boy, this is so good. So yeah, we are literally from the same. So it's this. So I am now part of the other group. I'm part of that other family.
We should come up with a name for them.
Yeah, we gotta give them a name.
How about Akiyama?
Yeah, Akiyamas.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. So now I'm part of Toji Akiyama. So where do we meet? Oh shit. Are you bear with me here for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to like fast forward a little bit?
Like how forward?
Do you want to think our kids are going to this graduation place?
Oh yeah,
no,
sure.
Or we actually no. I don't think actually on second thought I don't think I want to go down that road. Although that would be really cool, and I definitely would play a game of this where that will happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is the right game for that. I think this is a tea ceremony.
That'd be good for Pendragon.
Yeah, right? Okay. So this is what's going on. We are in a scene. It is a cherry blossom festival. Right? It's spring. Yeah. It's early spring. It's a cherry blossom festival.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
I come home. I'm given leave, and because it's a time of peace, I can go see my family, and I'm traveling to see my family. Right?
Yeah.
So this is the first time, and maybe I stop at, and this is taking place at like an inn, right? And maybe you're on patrol or whatever, and you just so happen to be here. right? Like we
Yeah.
cross paths again, right? What do you think of that? Or do you think it's at a temple?
I think
Like I stopped to pay respects at the temple and you're there. But I don't think you would be there. Like I don't think you're the type of person who would go to a temple to do this.
I like
Or maybe you were there because you have to. You know what I mean? Like what do you think?
yeah, maybe it is a tea ceremony at the temple or something.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's instead of an inn, it's a temple. And we
Yeah.
pay respects and you just end up crashing the night there or whatever and you show up too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's definitely what it is.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, I mean, who knows why specifically I'm here? Maybe if you ask him, we'll find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like, I
perfect.
mean,
So
I'm I'm here to drink tea and stuff.
and kick some ass and I'm all out of
Yeah,
tea.
yeah, and like maybe we get like a quick scene like beforehand, like where I show up in the middle of the night, black horse,
Yeah.
and I kind of like same black horse. I ring it up and I kind of just like pet it, and then I walk in and and then the monk guy's like, oh, hello, bye, and they kind of like look like kind of like on edge a little bit, and there's like
Yeah.
when I showed up, and he's like, Toji is here, and
Oh,
I
he
think
tells you.
yeah, like yeah, and I think we cut to like the next morning or whatever, and you get up, and I'm just sitting there drinking tea.
Yeah, and then we see you for the first time. Okay, so before we jump into that scene, let's pick our objectives.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think I know what mine is.
Oh fuck, I know what mine is.
Mm.
It'll never happen, but I know what mine is.
So I think I get up and I am. So obviously now I am wearing the colors and robes of the other of Akiyama, which I imagine
Let's just
in my head canon, Mizushima is like light blue, and Akiyama is yellow.
Cool.
And like I have now like I have like a ponytail now and like yellow and black, black. Well, like white kimono with mostly yellow and then a little bit of black, like a little black like line or.
Oh yeah, I like having like I have a light blue kimono with like just a bunch of like stitched cherry blossoms in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
like
fucking yes! I literally was thinking it was like light blue with maybe a little bit of like cherry blossom pink in it.
yeah,
I am so glad you're like
all
yeah
over it.
on it
Yeah,
on
and
it, love it. Dope.
yeah, and I think like I'm like similar, like or maybe not a ponytail, maybe like a bun or something. I'm
Honor
just, like,
double.
like on my knees, sort of drinking tea, and I kind of like look up at you, and I say, "Hello, Toji. It's been a while."
Yeah, it's been how many? It's been and I'm like I trailed like to tell you to fill in the years.
Yeah, it's 4 years.
4 years. A lot can change in 4 years. A peasant can become a samurai.
And
in 4 years.
Yeah, and I kind of say like in 8 he can become one twice.
I
have a seat.
Yeah, you let me sit next to you. Perfect. Yeah. And so I sit. If this is like a square table or whatever, I'm sitting like to the right of you or to the left of you, right? Like I take that spot.
Yeah.
Right. So we're not sitting across from each other. We're sitting like side adjacent.
Is there anyone else in the?
No, I think everyone gives us some breath.
Everyone's like, nope. Nope.
I'm getting the mop ready.
Yeah, I mean, like, our tale is fantastic enough that everyone knows about it.
Yeah, everyone knows this animosity, right? And so I sit down, and what do you do?
I think I pour you some tea.
Oh, good. You do. Good, because I wasn't gonna pour that shit myself.
Yeah. Of course not.
Yeah.
Okay. And I put it to you, and I say, it's a very good blend. I always come here.
I put it to my mouth. I put it to my lips, and before I taste it, and I put it back down, and I say, actually, I'm okay, and I put it back down as like an insult to you.
Yeah, and I kind of say, I kind of like
Like you're,
smile.
because I'm sorry, I interrupted you, but I was interrupting you in character.
I
Like you're
understand.
telling
I
me about how
understand.
good this tea was, and I
Yeah,
just put, you know,
interrupting people in role-playing games is always a tough thing,
yeah, yeah. I'm
right?
sorry, but yeah,
No, no, it's completely fine. It's yeah, and I think he says, yeah, and yeah, and I think he smiles and takes a sip. Yeah, by smiles, takes a sip and says, "Not always so honorable, are we? Or like, I see that in certain circumstances we are forgetting our honor." Nice, like you see me smiling at that.
yeah. And I just say, forgive me, Master Mizushima, because I call you by
Yeah, yeah.
your
That
dynamo's
distance.
name, right? But I over 4 years I found that Mizushima tea is upsetting to my stomach, and I have a long ride ahead if I'm to see my family.
I think I get a dark look on my face.
Yeah,
I get a dark look on my face, and I say, "You should come. You should stop by the temple first, or by not the temple. You should stop by the
the
by.
gardens.
Yeah, you should stop by the gardens first. Oh, they're like they're a day's journey north. I'll show you.
I wish I could. I really don't have the time, as I'm like trying to like politely not go.
Yeah,
But you could totally convince me. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm just being politely impolite.
yeah.
Um, I'm not in the habit of touring temples with when when wounds when old wounds still cut deep. Yeah, I think I say that. Like I'm letting you know, like yo, I ain't forgot. You know.
Yeah. And I say, Toji, I want you to know I am deeply sorry about what I had done before. And I think like I get down and I like bow to you.
You do.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I sort of get back up and I say, I was not in the right state of mind then. Things are different now, but you have to realize, and I think you have, but not we honor is not giving up your own honor. I was back then I was trying to teach you a lesson, you see. You always saw yourself as less than I. And I wanted it was not my plan on the ship, but it was certainly my plan then. I wanted you to admit that in certain ways you were better than I, at least at the time. And I realize my mistake now, but what I wished then still holds true. Do you not agree?
You're a fool. Bye. While you are strong in sword, like in body and sword, you're weak where it matters most. Your heart and your mind, especially. Good day. As I stand up, right, and proceed
Yeah,
to
and
go.
I think I say
As
Toji.
I'm walking out. We can totally keep going, right? But like,
Yeah, no, yeah, I say Toji, or no, I don't know. I mean, I probably haven't called you Toji. I probably called you whatever
no,
your name.
you haven't this whole time. You haven't called me Toji. I don't
Yeah,
think. And
and
this is the first time you break that.
yeah, I say Toji.
Yeah, and I stop, right? Because
Oh
this is
yeah.
because this is important, right? I'm like halfway through the door,
Yeah, and I
right? Like there's
say,
like light behind me. I turn around. I'm like very like noir contrasted light right now, like exiting this temple.
I know now I cannot stop you, and I know we won't agree, but don't go. You're your family, they're gone.
I look at you
Ugh.
and I say, what do you mean in a how could you way?
Yeah.
Right? In a very explicitly, oh boy, I'm real mad right now kind of way.
Yeah, and I think I just kind of I stand up, I take a deep breath, and I say, "Your family, you see, they were paying tribute to another lord. Another had taken them back in the days of the war. Back in the days of the war, Akiyama had taken them over.
Well, why were they taken? Why were they not defended?
And like I kind of just like I had no choice in this if that's what you're thinking, but
I would have found a way. I would have defended them. Just how I would have defended if the sandals were on the other foot, kind of thing.
Mizushima.
Which is easy to say when it's not the case, when I don't have to do it, right?
Well, yeah. Don't worry, I understand. Mizushima, he said, I begged him to,
you did no such thing, liar.
They were taken over.
You probably told him that though it was better that the kingdom would be better off without them.
No. I know I have wronged you. I know, and
you've always been jealous of me. I can't believe, and I look out again. I don't even look at you in the eye when I say it. I can't believe that I was ever jealous of you at any point in my life.
And I say, you see, with that we can agree.
Fuck.
Yeah, damn. I say on that we can agree.
What the fuck, man? It's so good. All right.
Oh, fuck! Wait. We didn't discuss.
Oh yeah. What happened. Yeah. What happens?
I didn't get my thing.
I got you to admit you were wrong.
Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted you to say yeah, I should have told on you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm never going to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, which is exactly why we're doing this.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, it's not gonna happen, but
yeah, okay. That's fair. Yeah, you totally did. And then you just straight up admitted your shit when I didn't even have to force you.
I know, it was really interesting because I admitted my shit in order to get you to admit that in that instant you were wrong.
No, I'm actually kind of a dick when you think about it.
Well, no, it's really interesting because let's discuss it after the game.
Yeah. Well, I'm well, I think it's interesting. It's because, I can't wait to talk to you about this game because I know exactly when it clicked. So, I think though there's a special part about Act 5.
Yeah.
No, it's we do Act 5,
and
then at the end, then we do the preamble, and then we do the roll. Okay. So, this is now. I moved you over, right? Yeah, we're both here now. We're looking at Act 5. So this is going to be your scene that you're going to set. So I'm going to once again have the honor of reading it. Act 5. The time it came to blood. The final conflict emerges, and the rivalry boils over. Memories of the past mean nothing, the hope of peace is gone, and the only possible conclusion can be death. A decision has been made. You no longer have a friend, you no longer have an ally. The samurai you once knew is your enemy. This will be the final scene, and the last time you will face your rival. When setting this scene, you should reference the prologue of the story, as it should correspond with "We stand upon" declaration. This setting should be inspired by the events that have occurred in the last 4 scenes. All of the emotion, the passion, and hatred from the entire story culminates here. All key components should come together to form this scene. This is it. After the last sword strike, you have reached the end of the game. Okay, so actually I was wrong. We need to go back and read the very beginning thing again.
Yeah, yep.
So let me drag you over here. Oh, well. Hello?
Okay.
Go ahead, player 1.
So it's in the spring harvest. So
yeah, you say it was a time of the spring harvest.
It was a time of spring harvest. We stand upon.
No, we rotate again.
Yeah.
So you say it was a time of. So start over from the top.
Time of spring harvest.
We stand upon a plot of lies and betrayal.
I remember when you were nothing but a peasant.
This feud started when you refused to listen to reason.
My name is Bai. I am an honorable warrior, and I cannot allow your actions to go unchallenged.
My name is Toji. I am the last member of my family. I cannot allow your actions to go unchallenged. Yeah!
Good man.
So this is the final scene. After this, we resolve with the dice that we have accumulated for the rest of the game.
Yep. I think we're in like. It's the spring. It's the spring. It's the spring. I mean, I guess like.
I mean, this is probably like immediately after, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're in your like you go and
Are
I think,
we in the? Oh shit.
We're in. Oh, but it's been like 4 years. So okay, we're in your destroyed village.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Good. I'm glad you established. I'm glad we're on the same page there. Totally.
But the thing is like it's been. I mean, the thing is I think it's been 4 years because I imagine like quickly after that because like it had to have been after you left because I probably would have told you like, hey, they're going to destroy your family, right? But so or maybe it was even early. I mean, who knows? But like, yeah, I think we see a bunch of saplings in it, like just starting with just like little cherry, with
starting
little
to grow again.
Yeah, with little cherry blossoms, little saplings, like you go to your house and there's just like just a sapling right in there.
Yes. So I think it's that showdown. I think it's the street showdown. We're on the street, right? Or what's left of the street.
Yeah, and I think I ride up my horse.
I'm on foot.
Yeah, and I say, Toji, I love you.
Did you choose an objective?
Oh yeah, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Okay. Yeah, I think I ride up and like you're just sort of standing there looking at your house or whatever, and I say, Toji, I'm sorry.
For what? As I don't look at you. I want you to say it. I want you to say it to the graves of my family.
I'm sorry for betraying you in front of Mizushima.
Apology not accepted.
I think I say...
There was a time There was a time when you're. Do you remember that? No, I don't say there was a time. I say, do you remember that winter court? Those years ago.
I say I remember.
Do you remember how you didn't celebrate for your sister?
I do.
Do you think your family will weep when they find that you're dead? I'm like, this whole time I haven't looked at you, right?
Yeah, and I say I do not know.
You've always wanted freedom. How about I give it to you?
Yep. Yeah, I think I hopped down from my horse and I tie it up. You know, we're gonna have an honorable duel.
Yeah, I give you time. I give you time to do that, right?
Yeah, and I pull out my katana.
It's a crisp, clear day.
Yeah, and I say,
like April or March.
Yeah, and I think I pull out my katana and then I put it back and I say, Toji, we cannot fight. We can talk about this. We do not need to draw blood.
The time for talking is over. I will never admit anything to a traitor, to a liar, to a stubborn brat.
Hey.
Master Mizushi, Sensei Mizushima should have thrown you out a long time ago for your insubordination. You're unfit to be a samurai.
Perhaps I was then, but I've changed. Can't you see? Are we who we are?
I love how you changed. I really do love how you changed. I don't say that. I'm just player to player.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're like a good dude now. It's easy to be a good samurai when unchallenged. What is the weight of the mountain when duty calls?
It is light as air.
We shall see. And I think we draw our swords.
Right? No, I don't draw my sword.
No?
No, I do not.
Okay. I will I will demand you draw your sword, you coward.
I say no. You are right. I've regretted every day that I did not do it. I nearly killed myself with drink. And I think I get on my knees and I do the crazy bow and I go down and I say, I respect, and I just say, I respect and honor you. You are you. I love you like no other. The love I hold in my heart for you has never wavered. You are my brother. I've made mistakes, and I hope, will you please spare my life?
I circle you with my sword, and I say, if you love me like you say, you will fight me. With the honor and duty of a true samurai. Otherwise, the words you say are just more lies.
You say that... And I think I look up at you and I say, why do you do this? Why do you not make a decision? Why do you not kill me or let me free?
I don't kill unarmed men. If I could call you a man.
I think
What's samurai?
you
I don't
still
know where I'm going with that
you
actually.
still yeah like maybe you say that and then I interrupt you.
Yeah.
You still wish even after all the things I did to protect my honor. Is that it?
You owe me this. You owe me this duel.
If you have you will I ask for freedom. Is that you claim to give me freedom? Is that true?
From life.
I told you
From
once.
duty.
I told you once that duty is freedom, freedom from decision. And I will take that freedom by giving my life in your hands. And I will not balk from anything. And no matter what you say to me, I will not stir.
Okay, then, I mean, fictionally, then, like, I think it's probably I nod and say that there can be no other way than this. This is our way.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't really want to play this out. I feel like event like
I
you just
I've
keep yeah.
oh I know it's like you're being very reasonable as well, and like you have changed, but also like I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
giving in,
I understand. No, no, yeah,
and
no, no,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
I won't give
What I'm
in.
saying is like let's just
Yeah,
move a lot forward because
yeah,
there's definitely a lot of back and forth like for maybe like an hour or half an
yeah.
hour, and then
Okay,
I think eventually I stand up, and then I think eventually I stand up and I take out my sword and I say, "If this is what you wish, I will give it to you."
yeah. Whew. Okay, now we do rolls. Um.
Do we need to see if we got our objective?
Oh yeah, that's right. Our objectives. Oh, thank you. I had to get you to renounce something you once believed in, and I don't think I did.
Yeah, and I wanted you to commit a true act of evil.
I know you did.
Yep. So
So we
yeah, I guess
both get a hatred.
uh,
All right. So I'm looking at 5 dice, 8 dice, and 2 hatred.
I'm looking at 2 hatred and 8. Or no, sorry. No. Um, yeah. Oh, I think I'm. Hmm. One, two. Let's see here. So I think I kind of messed it up a little bit. I kind of put a lot of them in the same column. I think. Oh yeah. So that was that, and then for that one, yeah. I think okay. I'm looking at 4 dice and 6 hatred.
Okay. So how to use dice and hatred. So we're gonna roll this pool of dice, and then they're used to make the final roll of this game. They both represent pools of d6s. Each player should set aside a number of d6s equal to the dice for their hatred dice. And when it comes time to make this final roll, determine the duel. Both players will roll the pool of dice, not hatred dice yet, and then count only the highest rolled number and how many times that number was rolled. Okay. If the highest number from both players is the same, the player who rolled that number the most times wins. But I think there's an additional page to this.
Is there something about like like we give up like hatred, or do we roll a
Yeah.
regular dice first, or
After the dice have been rolled, players should not move or adjust their numbers, as the results could change if they are harnessing hatred. Hatred dice are rolled after the initial roll, and it will be used to modify the results. After you have rolled your standard dice, if you're using hatred, you will roll another pool of d6s equal to the amount of hatred. Hatred dice will get added together with your standard dice to give you a final result. However, if you harness your hatred, you will discard any normal dice that show a number higher than your hatred die.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm rolling 8.
I'm rolling 4.
8d6. 2 6s.
I got 2 6s.
Oh fuck!
Hey!
We tie.
Oh dang!
The
Oh
result is a
dang!
tie, and both samurai lose. But now we can invoke our hatred. I'm invoking my hatred. So I'm gonna roll my extra 2d6. Oh no.
I mean, should I have decided to do it before or what?
No.
Oh,
So after the dice have been rolled, players should not move or adjust their numbers, as the results could change. After you've rolled your standard dice, if you're using hatred, you will roll another pool of d6s. Hatred dice will get added together with a standard dice to give you a final result. However, if you harness hatred, you will discard any normal dice to show a number higher than your hatred dice. So I have to discard my 6s. So I lose.
oh crap! Dang.
Cool. That makes sense though,
Yeah.
because
I
I am
think.
like raged,
Yeah, I think.
and
I
you're like
think
at peace.
there's
Kind of
there's
at
there's the, like there's probably a moment. Yeah, let's zoom back to before, where like you see me ride up and like you see me tie up my horse and see me take my like Wazasaki, like the
Mm-hmm.
smaller one, and you see me and like I go over to like a post and
Yeah.
I tie it up on the post facing out, and yeah, and we're battling like one and I'm only defending, and you move back and back and back, and then eventually we get to there and we're in the final struggle, and then I just step to the side and you like rush forward and get impaled on it.
Oh no.
Like before we had even
Yeah.
stocked, I had set it
Yeah.
up and
I'm dead. So you win.
yeah. I
Um.
won the game. Yeah,
Wow.
it doesn't feel very good.
No, it doesn't. Hey, so Ian, what were your thoughts, man? Let's talk about the game for a
That
little
was
bit.
so fun. That was
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah, it's a good game. I thought when I I felt like the game really clicked in Act 3 when
Yeah,
we realized that when we got off the boat and it was the other dude there. Knowing
yeah,
like once I saw how the final scene was going to end up like getting played out and you did too, I feel like the rest of the scenes were way more natural.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what do you think?
I don't know. I really liked how basically like I was an asshole at the beginning and you were very pure, and because I was such a bad person to you, like I just sent you down this dark road for just completely betraying, because you were so good and pure and you trusted me so much that when I betrayed you, because I was an asshole, you went down this really dark road, and then meanwhile, like I was like, what have I done? Like when I betrayed you, I started regretting so much and became a
Yeah,
good person. We kind of did this
that you
really,
atoned.
yeah, like we did this really interesting switch, and like it's not like we talked about it, like it felt
No.
very natural,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. No, exactly. And I think a big part what I was trying to do. I think early on though, I think I was trying to be the stick in the mud. And you were gonna be like the haughty dude, and like I was gonna get mad at how haughty you were, and I was thinking that you were
Yeah.
gonna end up killing my family, or like I thought like this is where this is going, but then it like was
I
obviously not going that way.
I think what it was is like basically, and this is what I was thinking in character, is like when my character said I begged him to not do it, like he didn't
Yeah,
actually do it. Like
yeah,
he, I mean, like he just kind of sat and like watched it happen. But like when he said that he was just trying to win back a friend, like it's a weird like
yeah,
almost like just like a lie he just did automatically.
yeah.
Like
No, and that
maybe he
happens.
had
It's so
convinced
human.
himself.
It's so
Yeah,
human.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that happens all the time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
this is really interesting because, like, as far as you know, as far as everyone else knows, he did that. But just in my mind, it was like, no, he didn't.
yeah. So there's I love this game. It's really
It's
fun.
so fun.
This is definitely a game that you could play at like con when you're like waiting
Yeah,
for other
yeah,
people to like get wrapped up and you're like, you have an hour to kill.
yeah.
Just whip this out. It's super good. I think Jim did a really great job on it. Here's a question for you. I think after playing it now, I want to hear your thoughts on it because I have a thoughts, but I want to save it. The objectives of this game. what do you think about what do you think about them being revealed?
I like it personally. I haven't played it a whole lot, but I just like how we both go into the scene, and it is almost like a narrative positioning sort of game. And like, I feel like it could be done really easily, though. Or I mean, I feel like if, or I mean, okay, so never mind. I think yeah, but I think it's really interesting because we both try to just introduce stuff, and that
Yeah,
like it promotes us to introduce stuff. But as for the hidden aspect, I kind of like it because you're not really sure where the end bit's going to be.
that's true. Um,
It's like, yeah. What do you think?
I think I would be. I want to play this game again sometime, doing it with the reveal of the objective. And I think the reason why I want to do that is because I think the ability for the other player to know that this is what you're going for, and they can like tease you with it, and then finally
Yeah,
or not. I feel like it'd
yeah,
be even more powerful knowing that I'm in control of this. But when you're not though, it also makes this very like almost ignorant is bliss kind of feeling of being like, yeah, like it's human. We just went down this path. This is why I went bad, and like I just kind of did
yeah.
this thing in the moment. I don't know. I would like to try different ways. I also want to play this game again with a different setting. The first time I actually played this game, I did it with an AI designer, like a robotics
Mm.
guy, like a Tony Stark's guy, and I did like so one character was Tony Stark, and the other person was I was playing the AI. I was playing like Jarvis,
Oh dang.
and because he created me and all these things and like that overarching story and like the world's in like in the middle of war or whatever and we're like talking to each other at the end. It was
Yeah.
like awesome before he had to like he ended up deprogramming me, but it was like
Oh
so
dang.
good. It was so good. And so like this game, you can do so many things with this game where it's like you just have two people who are like really close,
Yeah.
and you can get to this thing.
It's really yeah, because like the setting itself isn't really like even in terms of I mean even in terms of like any of the goal of the objectives right aren't really tied
Yeah.
to the setting. It's just the beginning bit. Like it's very easy to, as John Harper would say, like just take off the poetry layer and then just put something else on.
Very much so. um yeah, you could you could I mean a lot of actually the times of internal conflict, spring harvest, open rebellion, changing emperors, conquest, and law, that can all be like you can actually keep that together in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you
But
could just more
yeah,
metaphorical.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, some other of them might have to change, but it was good. This is a good game.
Yeah, this is a really good game.
Yeah, thanks for playing with me today, Ian.
Yeah. Thank you for setting this thing up. I wouldn't have even heard about this game if it wasn't for this.
Yeah,
And I got to play it, and it's really fun.
thanks. Yeah, me too. So you can get this game at Drive Through RPG. I'll put the notes in the dibbly doo when this goes live on YouTube's. But yeah, this is by Jim McClure, and he's also a podcast host on called for a show called Talking Tabletop, which is on the One Shot Podcast Network, and he's super cool, very nice guy. So yeah, that's where you can do that stuff. Ian, you don't do anything on the internet yet, but you
I
will
do
eventually.
this.
Yeah, don't
I'll
worry.
design games eventually, but for now,
Yeah,
I'm
play
getting my
play
wisdom.
as
I'm
many
getting my
games.
wisdom teeth out.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
nice. And now you're replacing them with RPG game knowledge. That's awesome.
Yes, yeah. It's to get.
Build it.
I'm getting chips in there.
Yeah,
Some data store chips, some skillware thing for RPG games.
perfect. That's what you
Wrong
got to
game.
do. That's what I did.
That was last week.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. So I'm Eric. I'm EricVulgaris. You can find me at everything at EricVulgaris. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. I talk about games all the time. I love games. I play all sorts of games. You can find all that stuff at youtube.com/EricVulgaris. So that will do it for us tonight here for Once Upon a Game. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, chat. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as we did. And
Thank you.
definitely pick up this game if you can. It's amazing, and I think it's really cheap. So that's it. Take care, guys. Play more games.